Ahoy there, listeners, and welcome to another episode of the Captain's Horror Meltdown. My name is Cammy, and I'll be your captain on this journey, and I'm joined, as always, by, Jazz Hands John.
I'm waving like
John.
like Mr. Chips in that game show. Catchphrase, excellent.
Yeah,
if you're
that
from
classic clip of Mr. Chips wanking.
Yes, and he looked well happy, and so was I.
Didn't he? And he was raising his hat, doffing his top hat.
Yeah, and chucking a potato at the screen. What a fucking moment that was.
Legendary. What an absolutely amazing moment on TV. Hi there, listeners. And John doesn't have a title at the minute, and he won't for the next 3 episodes.
Episodes?
Because next 3 episodes.
You've got to bear in mind, we're not doing episodes for this whole series, we're doing episodes.
We're doing episodes. These are episodes.
Yeah.
There will be 4 episodes in total.
Oh, really? Okay, good.
Where we are basically sad news, listeners. So we got word through some back channels to the boat that we hadn't seen friends of the podcast, Dave or Doc, for a while. Actually. Mm-hmm. We noticed that things were getting a bit messy. They usually have to, it's part of their role to tidy up and sort of look after the ship and do all the bits and bobs.
Hand jobs and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Ship was looking pretty rough. And, we got word that we've got a bit of an apocalypse now style situation. Apparently they've gone mad and they've been spotted upriver.
Yeah.
Up the River Tweed.
Wow, what a place to go mad.
Totally. So they are stranded up a river in Scotland and have lost their minds.
More than usual.
They've just gone mad. They're drinking too much. It's lockdown. They're both drinking too much. They're both watching too many crazy movies. The thing is, the gossip, the gossip amongst the sea life is that John and I pushed them over the edge, but that's not true.
No, come on, no.
We just like to challenge them.
Yeah.
And, so we're breaking from the chain for 4 episodes.
Yep.
We're leaving the ship. We're going on a mission upriver. Heart of Darkness. We're going up the river to see how mental they've gone. We can't decide which one is going to be Brando and which one's going to be Hopper.
It really is a toss-up. It really is.
Exactly. Who knows? And so we will be coming back to the chain, and we're going to link this back to the chain in our last episode.
Hopefully, if we find them.
Well,
if we find them in the last episode, we will.
If we find them in the last episode. We are going on a little side mission, and the little theme of this side mission, what the films that we're going to be watching while we do this. I'm sorry, I'm just turning off my security alarm. On the boat.
Whilst you break into someone else's boat.
God, are we on our own boat? I don't know. I
can't tell anymore. I just can't. I actually genuinely.
I've never seen this one before.
I genuinely can't see.
It's quite comfy. Well, that's because you were pissed and you smashed the mirror.
Oh,
got
damn.
glass over yourself, and oh man, it was pretty gnarly.
I just don't remember.
But these episodes are going to be based on our artwork.
Yes. Done by the
we say friends of the podcast, Stevie, but he doesn't
Jesus Christ, man.
Lost the ability to talk. Stevie, well, we've no idea if he can listen or not. He doesn't have any modern technology,
he just doesn't. He doesn't listen to podcasts because he doesn't understand them. But he will happily make artwork for them, and and like everything we post on Facebook, whilst not listening to any of it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's his MO. So the idea is we've gone with Stevie's. I suppose if you're listening to the podcast, you will have seen the artwork. My remit to Stevie was to have us on a couch and sort of around us having more unlikely horror icons, because we've not really done we've not done Friday the 13th. I always think about Friday the 13th. We've got Jason and obviously Freddy and Nightmare.
Michael Myers.
We have done a Nightmare, and we have done that's right, but we haven't done a Halloween, have we? So my idea, what I think, and has been kind of made out to this podcast, is it's been largely more left field stuff. So my remit was like, let's do some sort of left field but kind of recognisable characters. So he's got us on the couch with. I didn't tell him what to do at all. He just came up with it, and I was like, "That's fantastic."
This is brilliant.
Yeah, he interpreted it fucking brilliantly. So because that is Stevie's way. When he's not absolutely out of his skull on old Jock, he is on point. So it's a really cool piece of artwork. So yes, so we all had already done Toxic Avenger.
We had already done Toxic Avenger, but we're going to work our way through the other characters, aren't we?
That's the fella.
And who? Well, who are we starting off with today?
We are starting off with this was a really nice bit of side madness, because it's not a horror character as such, but it is a recognisable character, especially in zombie form. It is, only for split seconds, Flyboy from Dawn of the Dead.
Yes, so we're going to do Dawn of the Dead today. Well, great, and he's really captured Flyboy perfectly.
It is absolutely awesome
as well. It's fucking tremendous.
I was so surprised tonight. I was like, how little he is in it as a zombie. It's like, I'm a zombie, bang, dead. It's like, but Stevie's absolutely rocked him.
Yeah, totally.
In a way, I was surprised he didn't do Bubba.
Oh, of course.
Bub. Sorry, is it Bub?
Bub. Yeah.
But we just let Stevie fly.
We just let him fly. Exactly. It's only where you can go with Stevie, really, isn't it?
Yeah. We don't give him any instruction, otherwise it's going to take a long time, and
it just leads to a lot of confusion.
Your life is going to be just difficult and stuff, and you just
let him get on with
just ask his long-term partner.
I can imagine. God, I've never met her before, but long-suffering, probably, I'd imagine.
Yeah. She's aged beyond her days. Kirsten has not aged beyond her days. She is still an absolutely beautiful Northern Ireland woman. Not Northern Ireland. When I say Northern Ireland, I mean the Isles in the north of Scotland. I don't necessarily mean Northern Ireland. Fucking hell, that's going to have to stop. Okay.
So we're going to start off with Dawn of the Dead, and then we're going to go on to Reanimator.
Mm-hmm. Herbert West is on there. That's a very nice picture on Herbert West in that one. Yeah, really
then in an episode that John suggested we do it this way, and I'm now very worried about, we're going to watch all 3 of the Evil Dead trilogy back to back, and then talk about them. Yeah. We're hoping that by that stage we may have found Doc and Dave.
But we can't be sure.
We can't be sure, we've got no idea. And then we'll be rounding off the episodes with Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yes.
Which will take us back into the chain, with a tenuous link that I will reveal at the time.
Yep, absolutely.
Perfect. In the meantime, if anyone can work out how Texas Chainsaw Massacre links to the last film in the chain, which is Bay of Blood, get in touch and let us know. And we'll send you one of the films we've reviewed.
Yep.
Or talked about. I wouldn't really call them reviews.
No. Review,
one of the films we've talked about.
Review is a huge word to use. It's
yes.
It's just a glimpse in time. It's as simple as that. And anyway, before we crack on,
I suppose we'll keep this brief, but we should date the episode.
Let's do it. And this is a big date for us in the UK. It's a big date for us in the UK.
It's a big one.
We are on. Well, it's you, Captain. Let you fucking fire.
Yeah,
we're
on the 2nd. We're on the 2nd of December.
Yep.
2020. According to the year.
There we go.
And what's happened today? They fucking announced the vaccine's coming.
Yep.
The fucking vaccine is coming.
The first doses will be whacked out in Tuesday.
Fucking hell. That is
so that's 6 days time.
tremendous.
6 days time. First vaccine.
All gens first.
Yep. Well, NHS, I guess. Was it
NHS workers and all gens.
Yep.
Over 80s, I think. Which is good, because if there's any serious side effects, then they all get hammered first.
Awesome. Yeah, totally.
Being old, they would have died soon anyway.
I don't want to be sceptical, but like when someone says the UK is the first place to approve a vaccine, yeah, that actually kind of fills me with dread. Because
UK basically just now is an absolute, it's just like a fucking firebomb, like hurtling towards the ground, just about to fucking explode into flames.
It's basically a circus, but with no clowns, because the clowns are in charge of it to start with. It's like, bring out the clowns. It's like, oh, we can't, because they're controlling the lights and stuff, and the entry and things like that.
It's fucking disastrous.
So, as I said earlier, I think I'm expecting the first person that gets vaccinated to burst into a ball of flame, and we're back to square one.
Oh, God.
But you never know. But that's where we are. So, we have approved. Let's see, I'm so nervous about this, but excited and nervous. But yeah, my first thought was, oh man, I think I might be able to go and see Marillion in November next year. That's my first thought.
That is quite a wild.
Yeah, it's like that's how
you might get to see Marillion. I already stated earlier on to another friend of the podcast, the Duke, that even though we've now found a vaccine, that he shouldn't expect to see me at any gigs at any time soon because I just don't want to get around to lots of people. And he said, well, to be fair, the shoes of the general public will be proud, will be happy about that, referring, of course, to me being sick at several gigs in the past on people's shoes.
Well, oh my God.
And on someone's hair once, and down someone else's back. But do you know?
Jesus Christ, man!
Yeah, I know.
Well, the Marillion one is an all-seated event because Marillion fans are old, so that should be fine. I think it's my preferred things that just sit there and enjoy the music.
I quite like a sit-down gig now as well.
So it's getting that sad. But have I got any news this week? Not really. Oh, I did go to see my mum today, which always heralds some kind of news. Anything for yourself? Anything interesting? Are you
the only new? Well, the big news this week.
Are you enjoying sort of life off?
I am enjoying life off work. Although we've like our t-shirt business, Vonk. Anyone wants to look at our pop culture classic t-shirts?
Cool.
www.hellovonk.com. You can go and check out your
get
t-shirts.
It done.
We're also
don't be daft. Go look at it.
Doing stickers now as well. Oh my
nice.
God, it's all kicking off. So we're doing a lot of printing for that. But the big news here this week is sad times for our kitten. Dorkins.
What?
Young Dorkins.
Oh dear.
He's getting his balls cut off
tomorrow. His wee balls.
He's booked in 9 a.m. tomorrow.
Balls whacked
He might have a sort of stay of execution though.
Oh really?
Because they've said he might be too wee to get his balls cut off. So originally they said to us like, "Oh, come and get his balls cut off in January," right? But he's taken a massive interest in going outside.
Right.
Huge. And like our other cat can come and goes outside all the time. She's not been so much now it's cold. She doesn't like outside in the cold. But we've got a cat flap that only opens when they've got microchip.
Yep.
And so they can go out. It's always open out.
Right.
You can't get back in unless you've got a microchip.
Yep.
He's not gone out the cat flap yet, but the minute the kitchen door's open, he's like over at the cat flap and like trying to work it out. He's not very clever, he hasn't worked out. But he meows all the time, like super meowy to get out. Like meow, 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 constantly.
Have you ever just like sat him down and said, "Look, mate, you can go out, but I'm going to have to take
I've had a word with him.
I'm going to have to take your balls first."
Well, I've had a fucking word with him, but he's insistent. He wants out. And so to go outside, he needs a microchip so he can get back in the thing.
And no balls.
And the vet's like, no balls. Get his balls cut off. Microchip. Happy days. So, poor wee guy. Poor wee fucking guy. I've got to take him down as well, like, so it's grim.
Well, I'm
and the vets is kind of like a drive-in process at the minute.
Oh,
you can't go in.
So hang on, what?
Drive down.
So you do you hold them out the window and he just like slices them off, or what we're talking?
Oh no! But I go down and then I park up outside and I phone them, and then they come out and they take the cat from me outside, and then they take him away and feel sorry for the wee guy.
Well, it's never ideal having your balls cut off. I guess.
I know. Fucking hell.
Especially for like a wee animal guy. It's just
fucking poor wee guy, like. Anyway, he's going to be a bit tender for the rest of the weekend. But yeah, that's the big news from this week.
I've really no news, but just a few things that happened to me today, which amused me slightly. Is my mum was asking about presents for my two boys, and so I was thinking about getting this drone thing for Alexander. I was like, don't do that. Just because he's 7.
He'd love that though.
Yeah, I know, but it's one of those like cheap, crappy drones that just.
Yeah.
It's like, I've got a drone which is like it's whatever it was, £800 for my work, and it hovers in the air. It just you put it up, it hovers in the air. You don't have to touch it.
Yeah.
But whatever she's going to buy will instantly fall out of the air and kill an animal in seconds. There's no question about it.
Yeah. Probably. I remember one Christmas my brother getting a small drone. And being quite pissed, and he just flew it instantly straight into the roof where it smashed
into pieces. Yeah.
Fucking sprayed metal and plastic everywhere.
Well, there you go.
Literally, it was honestly the initial flight to destruction must have been approximately 2 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, just don't buy that. Although she did ask me an interesting question about my drone. She was like, so. So, can you fly under the earth?
What?
What do you mean? It's like, can it go underground? Like,
fucking hell.
It's an airborne thing, so by definition it wouldn't necessarily. I mean, what you're talking about is like a Quatermass experiment or something like that. This is a thing that hovers in the air and moves unless you tell it to, which was only usurped by. We have a thing where with Alexander's friends come round to ours on a Wednesday sometimes, just for a bit of a play and tea and stuff. And so they were playing hide and seek today, and this absolutely just fucking extraordinary my tits. They were playing hide and seek, which is quite nice in a house. They're not just like playing PlayStation or whatever. And then Alexandra came to me after they'd left and said, "Dad, I've got to take off my trousers and my pants." I was like, "Why?" Because I've peed in them. And he's 7 years old. What? And I was like, why have you, what were you talking, why have you done that? It's like, well, I didn't want to expose my hiding spot. So instead of coming out to go to the toilet and be exposed from his hiding place,
no way,
he just pissed himself like fucking Rambo or something.
Shit.
That is
fucking hell, that's dedication.
It really is. But I was it's like, shit, so what are you going to turn into? Like a murderer or something like that? Where it's like sort of hide in shadows and piss yourself until the opportune moment comes to strike. Anyway, I'm sure it'll be fine. Yes, that's my big news. Well, you learn
from you, so you learn from the best, so there you go. You're always pissing in the corner of the ship.
Yeah, totally. I like it though. You like
but we're not on the ship anymore.
Oh dear.
We're on this boat heading upriver.
It's almost a dinghy.
That's a dinghy. Yeah, it's a dingy dinghy.
Yeah, it's shite.
Fuck's sake. Hardly any cover as well, and it's fucking Baltic here as well. It's yellow snow warning. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
So where are we?
So tonight we are going to be talking about Dawn of the Dead.
Yes.
1978.
Classic.
Directed by Romero. I think, absolutely needs an introduction. I mean, as always, there's going to be spoilers. Although, I can't imagine that we're going to be even remotely able to spoil this for anybody.
I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised.
An all-time classic. I'm looking on Letterboxd just now because I'm going to do the little Letterboxd thing, but the lead image at the top of the page is Flyboy as a zombie.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, exactly the image that we are basing this whole thing on. So there you go.
Justification. Beautiful.
Yep. So, tagline, which some of the taglines of late have just been absolutely ridiculous. We've got no idea if they're real or not. But tagline here: when there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth.
Yes.
We know that is our actual tagline.
Classic.
We know that to be true. We know this film. And then the synopsis. So, you ready for the synopsis?
Yeah, bring it to me.
During an ever-growing epidemic of zombies that have risen from the dead, 2 Philadelphia SWAT team members, a traffic reporter and his television executive girlfriend seek refuge in a secluded shopping mall.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, that's what it's... I mean, it's factually correct.
Totally. It's a decent introduction. Doesn't really delve anything else into it, which is fine, I guess.
Yeah.
Depends what version they've watched, I would imagine.
Well, it does. Well, this is interesting as well. We should say this to start off with. So, a couple of things to start off with. We are... as we're recording this, the unbelievable special edition of this from Second Sight in the UK has just come out. Limited edition box sets, 2 versions available, 1 Blu-ray, which consists of 4 Blu-rays, and 1 on UHD, which consists of 3 UHDs and a Blu-ray. And so we've got these glorious prints that are all out there now as well, and there are 3 cuts of the film. The 3 cuts. I mean, these 3 cuts have been kicking about forever.
Yeah.
But and have been on various editions in the past. But we personally tonight are looking at the theatrical cut. Did you watch the theatrical cut?
Yes.
Did you watch
I decided to that because that's Romero's preferred one, I think, is it not?
Romero's preferred cut,
yeah.
Which was and so there's an extended version which is also called the Cannes cut, which was a version that was put out, rushed together, edited together quickly to get to Cannes. It's a slightly longer version. It doesn't have any more violence or gore in it. Has sort of additional scenes and additional dialogue and stuff. And then there's also the famed Argento cut, which was the Italian version, which was called Zombie. And is the cut that Argento put together. Dario Argento, who was one of the financiers and producers of this as well. He was the one that actually basically got the film off the ground because he'd put the first money together for it. And that cut cuts out some of the dialogue. Emphasises the action, and also goes for an entirely Goblin-based soundtrack.
Yeah.
The other cut, the original cut, the theatrical version we're talking tonight, is largely library music, really, with a bit of Goblin interspersed, I guess.
It's got good whack at Goblin. It
does have good whack.
It's very Goblin heavy, but it's just got like the various kind of
the library music's amazing,
stuff like that. It's good. It really adds to it without question.
Absolutely. So we are going to be. I mean, I reckon that there's a good chance that a lot of our listeners have also picked. Certainly in the UK will have picked this up. Interestingly, the rights for the film are apparently a bit of a fucking nightmare. Rick Rubenstein, the guy that owns the rights to it, is apparently a bit of a cunt.
Oh no!
And is extremely demands a lot of money and is extremely protective of it. So this version, basically, what happened was, I think a lot of Americans got upset about it. Which I do have some sympathy for it, but I think a lot of Americans should understand the plight that we're in over here in the UK a lot of the time, or have been in the past. I mean, things are different now. You know, we've got a lot of amazing boutique labels over here as well, but generally the case was that amazing editions came out in the States and we really struggled to import them.
Yeah.
So in a way, it's not actually funny, but like it's quite amusing to see Americans freaking out because they can't import this to the States because Second Sight wouldn't, part of their license, they're not allowed to sell outside the UK, and lots of the UK shops and websites wouldn't ship it outside the UK as well. They were under instruction not to ship out of the UK. So I think basically what happened is Diabolic over in the States had to did some sort of deal with Second Sight, imported a massive batch of them themselves and then distributed them from within the States. But even then, I think they were probably could have been in a bit of bother for it, potentially. But quite hard. I think Amazon eventually relented and started to. I mean, fuck, who's going to fight Amazon in the court? Do you know what I mean?
Only Jesus, and he would lose.
Exactly. Yeah, fucking hell. I know, totally. So this edition is kicking about all over the place, and it's lovely. But we'll talk about the edition a little bit later on. But yeah, we did. I watched it in 4K on UHD, and holy shit. But will we start off as usual by saying what are your memories of this film, John?
It's interesting because I think I don't know exactly when I watched this first. I don't know. It must have been VHS without question.
Definitely VHS.
Because I always remember seeing it, and it was fairly kind of gory in its original format here in the UK. And I've not really delved into the censorship stuff, but I do remember for the first time seeing the uncut version, and you're exploded into real life when that head explosion happens quite near the start of the film.
Yeah.
It's like, holy shit, this did not happen in the thing that I saw.
Yeah, man.
So I don't have a great deal of memories of first watching it. My real memories are of like watching initially the uncut version, and it was like, holy shit, we have been robbed of so many brilliant gore moments. So I almost I'd forgotten the first time I watched it, and just kind of remembered. I think probably it's probably a dodgy VHS as well, to be fair.
It will have been. It absolutely will have been. But I'll tell you, we'll get to it later on, actually. But for the record, the film was cut by over 4 minutes in the UK.
Is it 4 minutes? Fucking hell.
Yeah,
okay.
And was cut by over 4 minutes until 2003.
Right.
So I mean, it was a post Vermin death. It's another one of those ones that didn't get released uncut until after he died. But I mean, I exactly the same as you. I have no recollection of the very first time I saw it, but I know that I remember seeing it uncut for the first time, and definitely I think it was either a bootleg. I probably watched it with you, and it was
most likely
bootleg of either. I think it was either Japanese Laserdisc or maybe an American Laserdisc.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing the uncut Laserdisc in Tower Records in Glasgow as well at one point, and just being like, what? On import with an 18 sticker on it, like they used to do. They used to just import all this shit over from Japan and America and just put 18 stickers on it themselves, which was illegal. But yeah, I remember as well. But the thing that really sticks out in my mind is that not only was that headshot, which I think I definitely knew that we were missing a lot of stuff, and had seen read articles in Dark Side, etc., seen documentaries, I think I'd maybe seen Document the Dead, Document the Dead was late 80s, I think, so I'd maybe seen that not long after that was made, and just sort of started to piece together through the 90s what was missing and what was going on. And then so I remember as well being like, fuck, when that headshot was the sort of the initial what?
You just knew you were, hang on, this is going to be a different experience now.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. And the thing is, by that stage, I knew the film well enough. I must have watched it multiple times by then.
Yeah, totally. Yep.
Because I knew straight away all the stuff that was missing.
Well, that was it. As far as the first thing, I'd be like, holy shit, that's not it. And that's obviously a big one. But then you go through the whole film, it's like, that's not it, that wasn't in it, that wasn't in it. Because you're so ingrained in you. I think, we must have watched it multiple times before we'd even seen the uncut version, because it was so obvious, all the bits that weren't there in the first place.
Oh yeah, totally. And then my sort of history with it then continues with like then buying. I owned pre-cert copies of it. I owned like post-cert cut copies of it. I think it came out. I think it was on like Entertainment and Video. Remember, it had those like gold bordered, like budget label sort of thing.
Beautiful.
I think it was. I had it on that, and then we had started to get bootlegs. I remember I definitely had a bootleg with Japanese subtitles at some point. I had an American bootleg, and then eventually, when I was at uni, I went to uni mid 90s. And eventually, late 90s, ended up writing my dissertation at university about the Living Dead trilogy. So, was pretty hardcore into this film for a long time.
Yeah.
And then, I think that after that, after that, I ended up, I got the Anchor Bay, I think it was Anchor Bay, put out the Ultimate Edition box set on DVD, and I got that, and I remember watching all the cuts back then when I first got it, and then actually until the Arrow Blu-ray came out, which is quite an early Arrow Blu-ray, I think.
Yeah, reasonably. Yep.
Yeah, reasonably early. I mean, not one of the very first, but reasonably early. I remember that coming out. Not watching the whole of the theatrical cut.
I can almost time it when you were in your flat in Partick when you got it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely a good while ago.
That's a long time ago. And then but the annoying thing with that was though that although it was the Blu-ray special, it was like a multi-disc edition. Only the theatrical cut was in HD.
Yeah. That was
the other cuts were on DVD, which was very frustrating.
Yeah, they were
very frustrating. So this coming out now is just fucking incredible. And I mean, I'm pretty sure I've definitely seen it in the cinema before, but I can't remember if I saw it. Dead by Dawn, maybe, or something.
Yeah,
maybe it was JFT.
Dead by Dawn a few times.
God, yeah, totally. Great film. Did you not meet Ken Foree as well?
Yeah, he was there at one point, I think. Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Fucking hell.
Well, yeah, you never meet him, you just stand in front of him and go, holy shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
So,
I know.
I think, I think, I'm not a huge fan of meeting people as such. I always get
it's pretty awkward.
Yeah, I always get a bit worried about it. So it was the only time I've been really excited about meeting somebody at Dead by Dawn was Tony Todd, because he came to us at breakfast at 5 a.m, said, can I come and sit with you? I was like, yes, you may.
Absolute madness. It says something about the state of people at that time in the morning that he thought you were the most reasonable bet.
Totally. But it's such a huge, lovely guy. I wrote a song about him after that.
Yep.
Yeah, I was just so impressed by him. He was just a genuinely lovely chap. But
you met Henenlotter as well, did you not?
I did, yeah. He just seemed more approachable because he was kind of. He's I'm a huge fan of Henenlotter. For some reason, he seems like the kind of guy you could just probably bump into for a martini or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, he's got a different kind of vibe about him. He's a big hero of mine, but he's I can't describe it. He's just a low intimidation character.
Yes. Was he not pretending to be a dead body?
Oh, he had a whole Facebook page where he pretended to be dead around various places in the world. So there was one of them outside Edinburgh Castle when he came to Dead by Dawn. So it was just him lying dead, and he was outside the Colosseum, and so it's just he had the whole thing. I think he's taking it down now, but just him.
Probably in bad taste this year of
totally,
millions of deaths.
Yeah, let's just take that away. But just him just pretending to be dead around famous places around the world. But yes, where were we?
Shit. Well, I mean, we've both seen this multiple times through multiple copies of it. And actually, before we get into this, I think the interesting thing is, I remember when the Second Sight edition was first announced.
Yeah.
Discussing amongst all of us whether there was a bit of fatigue with the film.
Yes, I would.
I
think I probably was
so many times probably, that we were over familiar with it.
Yeah, I think I would definitely count myself against in that kind of number. To the point I wasn't massively enthused about watching it tonight. I think I'd watched it a lot. I think this is quite shameful, but at one time at Dead by Dawn they had like a mystery film, and it was Dawn of the Dead, and it was on about midnight, and it came on, and the transfer was slightly pink, and I just walked out of the cinema. I was like, nah, I'm just not going to watch this, because it's so
straight to the bar.
Yeah, pretty much until the next film came on. I'm not going to be ashamed about that, because I've seen the film so many times, and so many people try to restore it brilliantly, and you kind of walk into the cinema saying, "Oh, great!" No, I'm out. I'm fucking out. I think since then I've never watched it. This is the first time I've probably watched it, I would say, in about at least 5 years. At least 5 years, if not more.
Actually, the same for me. I watched it last night, and it must be at least 5 years as well. In fact, I'd probably more than that. I would say...
Yeah, it could be... Man, it could be 10. I have no idea.
Shit.
I think I got to that point that I'd been over... I think it'd maybe... It's an amazing film, but it's not a watch on repeat vibe film. It is beautiful, and there's a lot going on with it, and watching this tonight is like giving it a little bit of extra life for me. But you can only... That film is just so seminal. It sticks in your mind, and there's only so... Like Jaws, you can't really watch Jaws over and over again.
No.
I could watch it probably more than Dead by Dawn. Sorry, Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead.
But still, you want to keep something fresh. So you want to leave it for a while and then come back at some point. I think we've gone through so many versions of this film over the years, and God knows how many times we've watched it in various different versions. I think I needed a break from it.
Yeah, just to give you a bit of time.
Yeah, totally.
Bit of space. A little bit of space, a little bit of time.
Like an estranged spouse. Or indeed a weird mouse.
Oh God! Well, do we have any weird mice with us on the boat today?
Always.
Oh, lovely, excellent. Well, we can let them deal with Dave and Doc when we find them.
Oh God!
Good luck to them.
Doc loves a mouse right up him.
Dearie me. So, how was it coming back to the film now?
Well, this is it. I'm going to be honest. This is of the films we're doing for the this little section. This is the one I was most nervous about.
Yeah,
just like I think I've probably done this film to death. But it was actually a bit of a treat watching this again with a bit of space, and also a hell of an image upgrade as well. And I've seen this on Blu-ray before. I think the only one I've seen is the Arrow Blu-ray, which I sold ages ago.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's going to be a bit of a muddle this podcast, this episode anyway. But like, let's just have a little bit. Let's have a little bit of a chat about that. I think both of us sold ours at probably exactly the right time.
Yeah.
And we, because I bought it the day of release for less than £20 anyway.
Yeah.
Brand new in HMV. I remember walking in and buying it. And then I sold mine. So I sold mine a little bit later than yours. The market was fluctuating. I think I sold mine just before the second sight one was announced, but when it was rumoured to be coming up. And I sold mine for over £50, I think, in the end.
Yeah, I sold mine like a good year or something before the second sight thing was even.
You were over that as well, weren't you?
I think about 65. I think mine went for, I reckon, but.
Yes,
it's not profiteering. I just didn't have any money.
yeah, totally.
It's as simple as that.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, the film would be the DVD would be those were just the going prices.
Yeah, it's like I bought it and it had been lying on my shelf for however many years. I was like, I don't think I need this anymore. So I sold it. It's as simple as that. If we're going to buy it, that's all good. So it's difficult.
Yeah, I started mine at £9.99 on eBay.
Well, I just went straight in, like, offers over 60 quid. Because I was like, I wanted about 65, 70 for it, so I was like, fine, done.
Yeah, nice one. Happy days.
But it's fine. If people want to buy it, that's absolutely fine. I'm not scalping folk. That's my copy. I didn't buy multiple copies of it. It's just that thing I had.
Yeah, you weren't scalping it. Yeah, totally.
And it was years down the line. I'm kind of facing a similar thing now. It's like a vinyl pre-order I really want to get, but I'm just so fucking skint through all this coronavirus shit. I was like, it's like, what do I do? I mean, how much does the set cost you? Is it about 70 quid or something, is it?
70 quid.
70 quid. So I'm kind of looking at that thinking, I would never...
80 quid.
80 quid.
79.99.
So I'm currently looking at this, like, vinyl box set for 85 quid. It's like 5 bits of vinyl, there's a Blu-ray, there's 2 CDs, it comes in a special box and stuff. Normally, I would just press buy.
Just buy, yeah.
But now I'm just like... I've literally bought almost nothing since lockdown, because my income has been fucking decimated. So I'm just like... this is one of my favourite bands, and I still can't commit to pressing that buy button. That's how fucking grim things.
It's a lot of money.
It is, but at the same time, like 5 bits of vinyl, Blu-ray, CDs. It's actually value for money in a way. Because like 5 bits of vinyl could easily cost you 20 quid each if you really wanted it to.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that me buying this, I bought this when it was first announced.
You were straight in, but
straight in, and I was also on furlough. Unexpectedly on furlough. I'd got fired as soon as COVID kicked in, and then when they announced the furlough, the company eventually backed down and rehired us all so they could furlough us.
Fucking wild.
Which was good.
Yeah.
Which was a fucking lifesaver. But also meant that I had money coming in every week and was just at home drunk.
Yeah, unfortunately, my entire furlough was based on profits, and small business do not make profits. So,
yeah.
Absolutely humped. So I'm still kind of at that kind of stage. Although I did get quite nicely a wee bursary from Scottish Screen, which is quite nice.
Yeah, that's lovely.
It's a wee bursary, but the same. And Scottish Screen, who have always shunned me for anything I've asked for them in the past. Could you fund a film about, say, goats and Nazis? Fuck off, John. Okay, fine, that's absolutely fine. And I've been asking about that for years and years, and so it's nice to get something off of eventually.
Tell you what, are you going to buy a goat and a Nazi outfit?
Yep, and I'm going to fuck it.
Oh, and how about that vinyl? You should buy that vinyl for yourself.
I think I might, actually. I think it's, I've been looking out for it.
I mean, my justification for buying this was that I'd sold the old version for like 55 quid. So
yes,
really,
I think it was right. I think you said that when you
first
first sold it, you were like, "Shit, I'm going to sell this," and you're going to basically you near enough evening out the money to get the new one. So
yeah, totally,
and
exactly.
And that's why you sold it. So I think it's a fucking excellent justification.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. And I have to say that it was I definitely had faith in Second Sight, because everything I've seen by them has been fucking top class.
Yeah.
In terms of general restorations, and I just knew they were going to knock, and they fucking knocked this one right out the fucking park. I have to say, I was talking about it on Twitter today with a couple of pals and a couple of folk, and I mean, you know the film so well. You know the film inside out. You're super familiar with it. And it was like watching a whole new film.
Oh, cool. Nice.
It was like watching a whole new fucking film. There was so much. There was scenes that were so dark in the past.
Well, the ultimate scene is the first one.
Oh, well, of course. That's
how you grade these editions.
Yeah, so as a kid watching this on VHS, it looked like she was sitting against just a painted red wall.
Yeah.
Then along came DVD, and you're like, oh, it looks like it's almost like it's got sort of anaglypta wallpaper or something. It's a bit of a textured wallpaper or something. Something weird going on with that red wall that she's sitting against. And then Blu-ray came along, and for the first time on the Arrow Blu-ray, I was like, it's a fucking carpet she's leaning against. Because she's in a film studio.
Yep,
she's in a TV studio. So she's like sitting against a sound deadened booth. And then, yes, this new edition is like, holy shit. I mean, you can see the pile.
It's like some real
you can see the fucking carpet. It's fucking unbelievable. And I mean, that is, if you had a still of just the opening titles, Dawn of the Dead, with her, Fran, against the carpet, like all the way back, and see the progression of it, it's unbelievable.
It is, honestly. For me, it is the absolute pinnacle of how far things go. Match, whatever format comes in the future, that still will be the absolute benchmark of how far we've come.
Totally. Oh, 8K, yeah? 8K. Right, okay, right. Give me an 8K scan of Head on the Dead. I want to see that fucking carpet.
If it looks any better, I'll fucking buy it.
Totally. Jesus. Yeah, and I mean, it looks incredible, like the whole way through. I mean, the film, we're not even going to talk about the film, really, are we?
I don't think so. I think
no, we don't need to, really. I mean, everyone's seen the film. It's an absolute classic of the genre. It fucking basically just wrote so many of the fucking rules. And it's got fucking great acting. It's really fucking well shot. It's got a great soundtrack. It's got some great gore effects, although red as fuck. I mean, it is proper of the era.
That's definitely one of the things to bring up. Is like, you know, one of those decisions. Like, it's very, very red. Like, you know, like very much like Argento had done in the past with like the very kind of red blood and stuff like that, like say Suspiria and stuff like that. And yeah, it is. But sometimes it looks very naturalistic, and then sometimes like fucking weird cartoony blood. But I think that's what they were kind of going for, like a comic book kind of effect.
Yeah, and also the zombies are just fucking painted blue. Most of them are just painted blue.
Yeah, I've got to be honest.
And
you start your DVD, and you've got these zombies. You're like, oh, there are zombies, and then you move up to your Laserdisc. All right, and then so you go up to your first Blu-ray. It's like he's got, and then you get to this. It's like they've just like fucking painted some guys blue.
Yeah, there's no way around it. I mean, there's like you quite clearly see like bits of people's blue smudged off their faces and stuff.
They're like half blue, half just a person's face, and the effects are. The thing is, I think that's, you know, that does show up in a way, but they've got so many extras doing it. It must be just like fucking whoa, splat, get on stage
exactly,
now.
Every day we've got to get everyone ready.
Yeah,
I know, quick slap this blue.
It must have been a micro budget film. I have no idea what the budget was, but it must have been absolutely.
I don't know what the budget was actually, but yeah, it must have been pretty low.
Look it up whilst I get a beer.
I will do. I'm going to get another beer as well.
Okay, cut there. And then look it up.
Yeah, we can cut there and we can come back.
This should be seamless if we don't add this bit of chatting.
Okay, we're back. Sorry guys, you might not have realised, but we just took a break there to go and get some beer, and we will get back to the film chat, but just want to give you a little update. I had to go through to the other side of the house there to the beer tap, and I think the little guy heard us earlier on talking about his balls getting cut off. He was looking pretty fucking melancholic.
Oh no.
Shit.
Just a sad wee chap.
Fucking hell, man. Not as sad as it's going to be tomorrow. So yeah, budget. Budget. It looks like from a little bit of poking around online there, about 1.5 million.
That's tiny, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, there's quite a lot going on in this film to spend 1.5 million on.
Yeah, absolutely. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, lots of extras. Shooting. I mean, this was a like fucking. I mean, shit. I mean, they got the mall. They secured the mall by basically Romero being at dinner one night, our friends, with the people that owned the mall,
right, and
saying, "Oh, would you let us shoot a film in the mall?" But I mean, it presumably had to pay for it as well, or had to pay. You know, fuck knows.
I think obviously filmed it was like close to the public and stuff, so they got it, I suppose, way cheaper.
You're still going to have to pay something, I
Of
guess,
course, it's like there's a fucking Kevin Smith reference in that as well, isn't there? What Kevin Smith film did the... Shit. Monroeville Zombies. That's a Kevin Smith thing.
It is, yeah. It's not, what do you call it, is it?
Is it?
Mallrats.
No.
It's on a mall.
It is. I can't remember what film it is. But yes, anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, fuck, and I mean, it's, properly shot on film.
Yeah.
Like fucking heavy duty makeup and all the rest, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. Helicopters, having to pay for helicopters.
Yeah, and fuck. Must be a hefty expense. A helicopter. A fucking helicopter.
Oh, they're fucking expensive, man, yeah.
How much to charge it to be driven by an actor? Oh, quite a lot more.
That last job that I was on, we had a fucking Sea King helicopter come up.
Oh, they're amazing.
But it had to fly up from Devon to Cumbernauld. And at one point, it was so expensive to hire it and pay for the fuel to fly up from Devon to Cumbernauld that at one point the production company was looking at putting it on the back of an Arctic and driving it up.
No way.
To save money.
Jesus Christ. But not time, obviously. Fucking hell. We'll just wait on set for 2 days.
It's fucking wild.
Wait for this beast to arrive.
Mental.
Oh, absolutely insanity. So, what are we doing here? We've talked about stuff. We're not going to really.
So, let's talk about the print again, right? So, what did you make of this as well?
I'm going to be honest. Straight at the bat, it's the best it's ever looked. There's no question about it.
Oh, without a doubt. There's absolutely no damage visible at all.
Yeah, the grain is so fine, it's insane.
It's fucking wild. I mean, it feels like this is exactly what is on the actual frame.
It basically feels like what Romero was looking at through his eyes at the time.
Yes. Yeah.
Just with a different frame rate. That's about it.
It just fucking looks absolutely insane. So good.
I think we've reached a pinnacle of old films being restored with this, to be honest. I can't see anything getting any better on the terms of it's never been like an old film that's easy to restore as long and on with it. There's shots all over the shop as well, but that's just the way it was shot, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But honestly, some of those things, the grain is so finely reproduced. It's fucking insanity. It looks like someone had tried to shoot a film back then today, if that makes any sense.
It looks absolutely fucking brand new, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. It will never, for God, everyone else, just stop. Just don't do anything else to it. End of story. 8K won't make a fucking difference to this film. I think, to be honest, the difference between 4K and HD isn't going to be huge in this. No, just because they've restored it so well, it won't matter a huge amount.
Well, I think the only way that it'll really matter is if you're projecting in 4K,
like massive projection.
Yeah,
full scale.
I watched it. I watched this on the TV, so I'm not getting the full effect. Really, I'm getting proper HDR and all the rest, which is great. And it just looks fucking phenomenal. Actually, when I first put the film on, I had to check my settings to see that I was like, hold on, is the fucking TV skipped into dynamic mode or something mad like that? Do you know what I mean? Has it skipped out of my custom settings or the movie setting? But no, it's in fucking movie setting. It's fucking unbelievable. It's not like the scenes that are now bright and even the scene at the airport just looks completely transformed.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they're outside filling it up and all the rest. Just that whole scene. Oh, shout out for fucking Ken Foree machine gunning the kids as well. Fucking hell. You're still like, oh, he's not going to do it, is he? Oh, he fucking is. There you go, zombie kids. Indeed. it looks fucking incredible, you know, absolutely. Like, but not that they've boosted the brightness or anything like that. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely not.
Feels,
it's so natural.
Totally right.
Very natural.
It feels like they've not because this is a worry with a lot of things. You know, we've seen it in the past with restorations. We've seen like overzealous, like, you know, scrubbing, digital scrubbing, noise reduction. We've seen like, you know, colours being tinkered with, the colour timing being changed. I mean, this was all overseen by the actual DOP as well, which, as we know, like,
can go very wrong.
Sometimes can go very wrong. Look at the fucking
Sterado vision. Vision.
Fucking hell, man.
I intended this to be shot in 2:1. What are you talking about, mate?
But also, it happens with like directors as well, where, you know, they end up saying, they go in there and they're like, fair enough, it's their film, but they end up saying, you know, I always wanted it to look like this, so we've done it for the restoration.
Yeah.
And do you know what I mean? It's like, did you always want to do that?
It's
like, why didn't you just do it at the time?
I can understand that you go back and like, you can correct some stuff, but it seems like, no, I mean, let's not go full Lucas on this.
Oh God,
the ultimate in buggery of films. But yeah, I think I do understand the way, and sort of think they might have had a vision that wasn't entirely possible at the time, but just enhance what's there. Don't fuck with it.
Yeah,
everyone loves the film as it is. Just tweak it a little. Don't go mental, otherwise you're going to fuck it up. As George Lucas has found out.
And this has just been treated absolutely perfectly. And obviously, sadly, like Romero's not actually about himself to oversee any of that.
His glasses still are, though.
His glasses. Oh man, do you know? I'm going to buy a fucking set of those. They're like Ultra Goliath 2s, is what they're called.
Ultra Goliaths.
Ultra Goliath 2s. As rocked by fucking Romero, Scorsese, and also Robert De Niro in Casino rocks a pair of them as well.
Ultra Goliath 2, fuck me.
Ultra Goliath 2s.
How much do they cost?
Beautiful. Well, you can buy the frames for about £300, but fuck knows what the lenses cost.
$7,000.
Totally.
Well, we can get you a smaller lens. No, I need the Goliath.
Well, I mean, we can cut the cost a little bit by just using the windscreen of a Mini on each side. Oh man, that just reminded me of the fucking Billy Connolly gag about the guy when his dad had the fucking prescription windscreen. The massive head.
I love that.
Oh my god!
It sounds like a conversation between me and my mum. It's like, I'm really struggling to see when I'm driving. It's like, oh, you should get one of those prescription windscreens. Can you get them? And it was too late to go back. Those sound fucking amazing. If you've never seen it, people, just Google prescription windscreens by
prescription windscreen.
It's absolute genius.
Oh my god, absolute legend. Oh, so I mean, how did you find the film? We're not going to go into the plot or anything like that. How did you find the film this time round? Before you say anything, I was a bit nervous. Because it's been a while since I watched it, and because we'd had that discussion about have we done ourselves in this film before? I was worried about it going in.
Yeah, I was. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to fess up and say I didn't want to watch it. Yeah, initially, I kind of, as the week has gone on, I was like, actually, you know what? Fuck it, because I don't own this 4K restoration. It was I had to borrow it from. But you know, it's good making friends with children, making friends of children who also have people who are into. Their dads are into 4K restorations. So, sweet.
Amazing.
So I managed to borrow it. And after that, I was like, okay, I'm kind of now excited to watch it. Because I was kind of scared I was going to have to watch it on... I don't know a physical copy of it. I was scared enough to watch on some horrible, God knows, whatever streaming site. So yeah, it was, after that, I was like, oh, I'm actually quite excited for this. And to continue through it, I think it was, I'm not going to say it was like watching a new film, but it was pretty close.
Yeah. I felt the same, actually. It'd been long enough since I'd seen it to... I mean, I still knew every beat, really. I knew what was coming up. Or, it's that way that your brain works now, that as you're watching it, you're like, oh, I know what's coming next. But, you're not thinking the whole film in advance. Yeah. It's just before the scene, you're like, oh, yeah, I remember it cuts to this, or it does that, or it does this. Which is really nice. But I mean, we are both fans of 90-minute films.
Yeah.
Almost
80-minute films.
80 minutes, absolutely. Just fucking let's hammer through these bad boys. And it's not to say that I don't like. I mean, look, I love loads of longer films as well, but like, I just don't see what's wrong with like fucking polishing your art so that it's done and dusted in 90 minutes. I was genuinely, because I was worried about the runtime of this. It's just about 2 hours and 7 minutes. It fucking zipped by. And the first time I checked what time it was an hour and 20 minutes in.
Yeah.
Which is fucking incredible.
Insanity.
And I was like, holy shit, it's fucking nearly finished.
Yeah. I totally agree. I'll back you up on that. I was kind of nervous about it as well. Because I've always been, as I say, the film's kind of been done to death for me in a way. But actually watching this new transfer, absolutely reeled me back in again, because it was exciting to watch again in a way. Even though nothing has changed, it
was exciting to watch it again, to be back in that world
again. Just the vibe
again.
of being back in it and being restored so beautifully. It was a marvel. It was almost interesting to watch how well it had been restored. It seems like you notice wee things and go, oh, that's fucking amazing, and then you're back into the action. It's a split second you're taken out of it, and you're back in. And so honestly, this has been for me a bit of a revelation as far as a screening goes. Absolutely dynamite.
Has been for me as well. And like the restoration looks amazing. Coming to see the film again now. As I said, I wrote about it when I was at uni and all the rest. But coming back to it now, it was just like a joy to see it again, to get back into that world, to get back with these characters. I'd kind of forgotten how annoying Peter is when he get that whole sequence when he gets bitten.
Oh God!
They're just like, oh, for fuck's sake, stop being such a fucking dick.
Even before that, Jesus.
Oh yeah, totally. But that whole but just that general excitement of like the whole world's totally fucked. Let's land here and see what the crack is, and just that, fuck, we've got everything we need here, and it's all going to go horribly, horribly wrong.
But I think that's it's one of the, talk about the film that much, but it's the absolute dream, isn't it? You kind of you land in a shopping mall of some description, and there's some zombies wonking around and stuff, but you've got the free run of a free shopping mall.
Yeah,
and we've got to get back to the kind of. I mean, it's an amazing comment on consumerism.
Totally.
It still stands up to this day more than it did back then, because now, because the fucking pandemic has hit us square in the tits.
Exactly.
It's almost like a vision of the future.
It's more relevant now because of the fucking pandemic.
Yeah, it's honestly, the more I watched it, the more affecting it was. I've never been more affected by this film as in watching it tonight. It is absolutely amazing. I mean, obviously it wasn't intended. Hopefully, unless Romero's having his laugh in the grave. I unleashed the virus.
I mean, just even and just thinking about the people that are irate about lockdown just now just want to get back. Well, I want to get back to the shops. It's like fucking. They are the fucking zombies. Do you know
Exactly.
what I mean?
That's it.
Oh, just go. I want to get back to what do you want to go back to the fucking mall for?
Yeah. What's
you can fucking wander around.
What's there for you?
What fuck exactly? What the fuck? Jesus.
But honestly, I was just watching it. It was just over. It just got stronger and stronger. Like it was just like a vision of the future. Holy shit!
Yeah,
it's our vision of right now. And when people get back into those shops, that's what they're like.
That's exactly what they're like. Shit, man. Do you know what it's got me excited for?
Tits.
Watching fucking Day of the Dead again.
Sorry.
Oh.
I just took a wild guess, but Day of the Dead. Okay, no. Fair.
Always excited for that. I've not watched Day of the Dead for a long time.
Yeah, it's quality as well. I always loved it.
I do have the Arrow Blu-ray of that, but because I didn't sell it, because there's no rumoured upcoming edition. But I wonder if Second Sight have got a Day of the Dead in the sights as well. That's the thing, you just never know with these films. Like, I mean, Night of the Living Dead's Criterion over here.
Yeah.
But it's Night of the Living Dead can be released by anybody because it's
free,
public domain,
freeware, or whatever it is.
Yeah, but Day of the Dead, you just never know. I mean, oh God, I hope fucking Cult doesn't have it or whatever they're called.
Oh, what are they called?
Cult Epics, is it? Cult?
Cult Labs, Cult Fox.
No, not Cult Labs.
Cult.
It's the guys that did Suspiria, the 4K of Suspiria.
Oh, those cunts. Oh. Yeah, not great. Cult films. Cult
films. I would like to see a lovely, lovely restoration of Day of the Dead as well.
Yeah, I'd be up for that. It's always kind of suffered a little bit being at the end of the trilogy.
Yeah.
And I still say that's the trilogy. I don't really recognise the other ones as much. I think that those... No. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying they're not good films, but they're alright.
No, yeah, they're enjoyable, yeah, but no, I mean, let's keep it a trilogy. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Although I've not seen Land of the Dead or fucking any of that for fucking ages.
Yeah, I think, alright, man, I haven't seen Land of the Dead at the cinema.
Yeah, same here, yeah.
Jesus Christ, wild times. I'm just nostalgic looking at my copy of Frankenhooker in its slipcase. I don't know why.
Lovely. But yeah, I mean, I think we probably said what we had to say.
We're not going to jab on too much. Really, I think we might get more into a bit more filmage because I think certainly Evil Dead will probably talk a bit more film because I think we're all going to be. I think we're going to be watching different versions of everything. I don't think either of us is the same version of any of the three films, so it would be... No,
I've got... Yeah, it's going to be interesting because I've got the American 4K discs of Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2, and then I've got the fucking bare bones rubbish UK version of Army of Darkness.
I've got the French Blu-ray of Army of Darkness. I think Evil Dead is going to be more a discussion of the films. I think I will just watch the films and come back to them, figure out what we liked about them, figure out what we don't, which will be nothing, I guess. I think we've done reasonably enough well to have a good discussion because fuck me, this is an important release and it's a good memory. It's a very important release. Super excellent memories for all of these films. But this film is possibly the biggest shared memory, I guess, of the various versions we went through.
Oh yeah, totally, definitely. I mean, will I do? We've got to give it a thumb rating.
No. Well, let me think.
No, I think we know what we're doing, isn't it? Let me see. Both 2 thumbs up?
Well, let me think. Hang on. I'll give it 1 thumb up for the film and a 2nd thumb up for the film. It's 2 thumbs up. I don't care what version it's on. It's fucking amazing. And I will admit it's taken a little bit of time to get back to thinking about that. Needed time away from it, but when you come back to it, fucking tremendous film, can't fault it. There's literally nothing wrong with it whatsoever.
Absolutely classic. I'm exactly the same. I think that really I should just It's a limited edition, but it's still available. I can't remember the numbers that they said that they were doing. They have put a number on it now.
Have they?
So,
okay.
I mean, it's not a numbered edition, but they've said whatever. I think it's
5,000.
I think the 4K version's maybe 12,000 or something.
That's
massive.
Well, that'll take ages to sell out.
Yeah, exactly. And the Blu-ray's actually less.
Oh, really?
Which was a surprise for me.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, surprise for me. So just quickly to go through this, it's in like super sturdy box. It's then in 2 digipacks inside, which are lovely custom artwork digipacks. First one with the 3 UHDs and the Blu-ray for the extras, which is all very lovely. Then there's a second digipack, which is for the soundtracks.
Oh, nice.
With 3 CD soundtracks, so the soundtrack's interesting. So the original Goblin soundtrack, I've got the original Goblin soundtrack on vinyl anyway.
Of course you do.
And yes, and then the other 2 discs are the library music that was used in it. Now, also interestingly, I haven't actually listened to these CDs yet. I don't really listen to CDs very much, but basically, I have about half of the library music on vinyl as well.
What?
So Trunk Records Johnny Trunk from Trunk Records managed to source about half of the library music.
Right.
Probably a bit more than half, actually, maybe 3/4 of the library music, and put out a record of a vinyl version of the library music from it that he'd culled from various DeWolf library music albums.
Okay,
so
wow,
painstakingly. I think some guy got in touch with him and was like, I've been working on this project, and they started working together on it. So he released that, but this is now the complete. This has got the rest of the stuff that they couldn't find on it as well now. So basically, it's every single musical cue from all the cuts is available in this.
That's nice.
And then we get interesting. We've got a reproduction of the novelisation.
All right. Wow. Fucking hell.
Yeah. Which is a fucking lovely. Which is the actual, like a lovely, properly bound, 200 odd page book. The novel, which was part written by Romero, I think. George Romero and Susanna Sparrow.
I have to say,
I
tried to do a novelisation of Aliens.
Did you?
Yeah.
When you were a kid?
Yeah.
Nice, I'd like to read that. Have you still got it?
No.
Ah, that's a shame.
Obviously.
It's then got a little hardback book as well.
What's that?
Hardback book, Dissecting the Dead. And it's a little hardback book, which is a series of essays from various people on the dead.
Is yours in it?
Mine's not in it, actually. I need to try and dig it out. My mum and dad have actually got a copy of it in the house. Because I had to it was back in the day, so it had to actually be a bound copy that went in. So it does exist out there. My look at that. It's got some fucking classic artwork inside it as well.
Nice. Very nice.
Lovely. So yeah, I mean, it really is a beautiful package. It's been done extremely lovingly. There are no problems with it. There's been no problems with the discs, I believe. Nothing's like, there's not, my much treasured Friday the 13th box set that arrived from America a couple of months ago had 3 discs needed to be replaced. The replacement program. They've actually been dispatched from the States already.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, amazing customer service.
As long as it gets done, that's all it is.
Exactly.
I mean, it's like I will forgive any company for putting something that it's Friday the 13th. There's a lot of films there. If they fuck up a few things, but if they're just like, okay, we've done it, we fucked it up, they're coming back at you, then you can't fault it. You can't fault it.
No, exactly. There's no fault there.
No,
exactly. Beautiful. So I would, for this edition, which also is completely uncut the whole way through. The film's been uncut in the UK. Do you know, actually, it's quite a violent film, but at the same time, it's hard to imagine finding 4.5 minutes to cut I'm actually
yeah.
genuinely surprised that the film's an 18 still.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it feels more like 15. Like you said, it's got a touch of the EC comic, sort of horror comic vibe about it or something. Do you know what I mean? It's not hyper realistic. I mean, there's a bit of gut munching towards the end, but I mean, I don't think there's anything in that you wouldn't be fine at 15 level, really. I mean, it is an 18.
I tend to agree. I think it's just like, that's... They're not good.
Can you believe there's 4.5 minutes cut from it before? I mean, they must have just started being like, okay, and sort of reading, I went on to Melon Farmer stuff, look and see what BBFC said as well. They were very, very, very down on this film. They were like,
really?
No, they were like, it's fucking rubbish. It's fucking, which is insane.
Jesus.
They were like, yeah, it's just like, glorification of violence. It's absolute bullshit. There's no way we can allow this. It's disgusting. Like,
well, that's another reason to just be thankful of being rid of pricks like that, in a way.
Exactly. Shit, man.
It's just, just what I hate about that period was people ripping things out, ripping the guts out of things, no pun intended, just for the sake of it, because they had the power to do it.
In the name of protecting the nation. I mean, what evidence was there that
exactly.
Anybody
you spent all that time protecting the nation, and now you've got Brexit. It's fucking wake up, people. Wake up.
Exactly. Do you know what? Maybe if the films had been left uncut, we wouldn't have had Brexit.
Exactly.
Because folk could have been able to
make their own fucking decisions. But instead of being asked to make them on the side of a bus. Right.
Dirty motherfuckers.
We're not a political podcast, but...
the video nasty bus, I'd like to see that going round.
We should totally...
Get your uncut nasties here.
We should totally drive that around.
Totally.
And then drag folk in and fuck them and kill them.
Like Island of Death, baby goat.
Oh, amazing. What a bus. The Cammy and John Independence of Humanity bus.
Dearie me. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad that we've made it a little bit up the Tweed.
A touch.
A little tad up the Tweed.
Yeah, we still can't see David Dock for Love Nor Money.
No, but at least we're away from Berwick now. We're chugging along towards Kelso.
Always chugging.
Well, exactly. Shit. Woo. Dear me. Well, it's a shame. Well, I mean, I told you to pack the food, but you didn't pack the food because you brought the pud mags.
I'm sorry, man. I've already had so much space.
I know. Never mind.
We can catch birds out the air.
That's true. Catch fish.
Yeah.
Fine fishing in the Tweed.
I brought my catfish so we could catch her.
Excellent.
Yeah. She's pretty dull. She won't figure out what's going on.
Nah.
She'll be eaten before she knows what's going on.
Eaten by a trout.
Yeah, or us. Eaten by a trout. Actually get a trout to eat her.
And then eat the trout.
And then eat the trout. What a fucking meal that would be. It'd
be like one of those, like a chicken stuffed in a turkey.
Yeah, totally.
Like a duck stuffed in a chicken stuffed in a turkey. Or
it's like, how far can we go? So I'll tell you what, we'll get the trout to eat fish, my catfish, and then we'll stuff a trout into like a mallard, maybe, and then it could fly into a bison's mouth. And then we could...
Wild.
Like
wild. Could you not have gone into a sheep or something smaller first?
Yeah, totally, but eventually into a bison.
And eventually into bison.
I saw some hairy cows in the borders today.
Hairy cows?
Yeah.
Healing cows?
They're like black and white fellas by Colsey's Lock.
Right? Really?
This is probably just for another time, but...
Did you go for a walk at Coleshields?
No, I was driving because Cormac had fallen asleep, so I took a wee detour through your hometown, spreading my tier 3 COVID as I went. I wound the windows down and started spitting out the windows.
Tier 3, Jesus. Keep it out of our region. Tier 2 for life.
Forever.
God.
So yeah.
Right, well, I think... is that us? Are we going to wrap it up?
We've said nothing about the film, but that's fine.
No.
If you haven't seen this film, just sort yourself out.
If you haven't seen it, get it watched. It's madness. If you're listening to this podcast and you've never seen Dawn of the Dead, you're mad. No two ways about it. I'm not being rude. You're just mad. If you've been sitting on the fence because it's a very expensive box set, it is absolutely beautiful and an amazing restoration. But I should also say that Second Sight have announced that they are going to be putting out a non-limited edition, a standard edition later in 2021. It will still consist of all 3 cuts.
Okay.
Won't have the book, won't have the soundtrack, blah, 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 blah. Don't know how it's going to be packaged, but they will be coming out with a cheaper version as well.
Cool.
If the money is scaring you off, but if the money's not scaring you off,
that's
get
all
it.
that really matters.
Well, hopefully Santa's bringing a few people this for their Christmas as well.
No, Santa's dead.
COVID.
Yeah, he's on the ventilator in Strathpirth. Unfortunately, passed away in the early hours of this morning.
Shit.
Told my kids that. Was that bad?
God, how are they going to go to the memorial service?
No, because COVID.
COVID. You can't go.
Yeah.
Shit.
Shit. It's very interesting. You said like Esme's getting like really super excited about Christmas, but like me and Rachel are so bah humbug that like Cormac and Alexander are just praying they get even like anything.
I just wanted
to wake up on Christmas morning. Well, fucking keep that in mind, mate.
Okay, why not buy them Dawn of the Dead?
That's an excellent idea, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally. They love it. They would absolutely love it.
That'd be their joint Christmas. Absolutely done and dusted. Everyone's happy.
Happy days. Watch it after the turkey. After the Queen's speech. Get Dawn of the Dead on. Fun for all the family.
Watch that Queen's speech and then straight into Baskin. Job done.
Fucking hell.
We should actually do a little roundup of our lockdown meltdown.
Meltdowns. We should actually.
Yep. After we get through this.
Well, if we ever find Doc and Dave, on the river,
at the edge of the Tweed,
maybe ask them. We can have a talk about our lockdown meltdowns.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Well, we will be back next time with Reanimator.
Oh, nice.
Old Herbert West. And there was we did actually watch it during lockdown with our little horror online movie watching group, and it was an absolute disaster of different formats. Stevie and I both watching on DVD, so galloping ahead of the rest of you. But my DVD being so early that it wasn't anamorphic as well, so watching it.
It was an absolutely
watching it in the projector with black bars everywhere, like it was absolutely fucking wild.
By the time we'd finished the first film, you guys were on part 3. It was fucking insanity.
Totally, it was madness.
Are we going to rectify that? What are you going to watch it on?
Yeah, I'm going to buy a Blu-ray.
Excellent. I've got a double Blu-ray of the first 2. So from Germany, I think.
Nice. Sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, German
cool.
folks. That's how you speak. You're very gentle and polite. Right. So we'll sign off, and then we'll get back into Reanimator next.
Reanimator. Yeah, lovely. Thanks a lot for listening, and hope you're all well. And we will see you next time.
Absolutely.
Ta-da.
Good luck.
Bye.